Oh, hi there. Good evening. Was gonna sort of, not make YouTube videos for a while, but decided to make one tonight. Kind of give an update on my personal health. Um, Mostly gonna be talking about the physical ailments that I have at the moment. Um, Well, the sore throat, that's still, a thing, it's not as big a thing as it was before, but it's definitely still there. And it comes and goes. Like, sometimes it's particularly bad, and other times it's, ignorable or whatever. Um, so there's that. A lot of my organs are actually probably none too happy with me. My stomach, for one thing. Does that ever hurt every now and then? And I also have to watch out for my pancreas, which is behind the stomach, as anyone who knows a little bit about anatomy will tell you. I don't exactly understand why that should be problematic at my age, but it is. That's because of my high cholesterol, which is also, like bad. And then, of course, you got the liver and the kidneys. They're not particularly, barking at me, but they are something I have to consider anyway, because I'm sure they're, like I'm going to really scrutinize my blood work paperwork once I ascertain a copy of it. Because this is all important stuff, and you do like the carefree days of old, where it's like you're not particularly worried about your health, and you can go and eat a pizza or whatever, and you don't really have to think too hard about it. It's yeah, you shouldn't eat it as often as some people do, but you didn't have to think about it that hard when you were younger. I certainly didn't. Oh yeah, and it's all these medications I take. They're all bad for you in different ways, and I don't think any of the physical ailments I have are life threatening or anything like that. Um, although painful, I don't believe that they are. It's bad for the system if a patient kind of croaks. It's They don't want that. They want you to be in pain. I've learned that the hard way. But they don't want you to croak. So I do believe all this is reversible. I'm still drinking my turmeric tea. I actually didn't drink it today, but I'll get back to it. Some people say it doesn't really work, but it totally does. I had noticed a difference, predominantly in my ability to run. Because, yeah, also because of the high cholesterol, my heart was giving me all kinds of aggravation. Um, like, I asked doctors about it, and I was basically trying to go, am I going to have a heart attack or a stroke or something, or is this going to be a surprise or what? Because it sounds unpleasant, as well as genuinely feeling, unwell. And these are all stressors, which obviously doesn't help. Like I was, in the mental health game for a long time. I know, you don't need stressors in your life to to bother you, because sometimes it just boils over. Um, I mean, like, there are a lot of people who fucked me over, in particular, in the mental health system, and I'll never see their faces, never know their names, or anything about them. And they, are basically probably gonna get away with fucking me over. I have to live with that. It's irritating, yes, but I don't let them get me down. But I don't like making videos like this also because it's a bit depressing, isn't it? I mean, I'm not a depressed person or anything like that, but I obviously don't want to be talking about having physical ailments that are causing some discomfort for me. And also, I learned that psychiatric medications actually, they tested it on, monkeys, I think it was, and it said up to 10% brain shrinkage. That might not actually affect intelligence, although it's obviously not a good thing. It's a bad thing. And the reason part of your brain shrinks is because it blocks certain chemicals in your head. So, therefore, they're not being used, and therefore, the brain's kind of like a squishy type of thing. So, that's, a reality. I'm simply gonna try not to think about it. And make your jokes while you can. Yeah, he's got a shrunken brain. Fuck you. Yeah, it was all rather unpleasant. Yeah, I'll get over it. And, when I'm in a bit better shape, it takes a few months of, relatively strict diet. I think I'll be in a lot better situation. But obviously, I'm kind of ticked off about that, and, like, I don't even want to think about it. But, yeah, here. Ugh. Your body has a way of telling you things that, when it's unhappy with you, and it's kind of like a constant thing, and it's I'm always in some form of discomfort. Um, you know, um, um, Sometimes it's worse than others, but, I'm always in some type of chronic pain. And there are actually assholes out there that, like this idea. Because some people are kind of fucked in the head. And for whatever reasons, they're in positions of authority. So, uh, you know, like those psychiatrists and things like that. If you could ever avoid a psychiatrist, make sure you do it. Because they mean you no good. I mean, I'm sure there's some that are a lot better than others, but most of them are not what you call good people at all, by any stretch of the imagination. So anyway, yeah, I figured I'd update, I'm not, I haven't disappeared from YouTube. I'm not going to. I'm simply wanting to better my situation and then therefore make quality videos in the more similar type of style that I typically like making YouTube videos on. There's a lot of, interesting stories in the world, and I'd rather talk about that than, my personal health. Yeah, I'm going to work on that. And a few months down the road, I think I'm going to be at a healthier body weight, and I think my organs will be less frustrated with me. That's the hope anyway. I mean, I did talk about the cholesterol medication that I was offered. I didn't talk about specifically which one. It's not a statin, by the way. That's the one you really don't want. Yeah, if you want to score with chicks, a statin is not what you want. That will destroy your ability to get an erection. So, that's obviously problematic. Yeah. So, I don't want one of those. They got different ones that are bad in different ways because they're all bad for you in some way. But I might not have a choice. But, I'm going to give it an honest effort to, lower my cholesterol through natural remedies like the turmeric with pepper, and also eating less fatty things in my diet, at least for the time being anyway. But it's not easy. It's not easy, just picking up and going a different direction all of a sudden. A lot of people go, oh, they were able to do it so much easier and all that. And, that takes a bit of discipline. But, I think I can do it. I think I can pull it off. In fact, I've already lost 10 pounds. And, I mean, that won't necessarily get rid of bad cholesterol, but it's definitely not a bad thing to drop a little bit of weight if you're overweight. And I was a little bit overweight, so... yeah. So, that's the update. That's the scoop for tonight anyway. And, yeah, I'll make YouTube videos a little later. I'm getting quite tired, so, that's the other thing, is my sleeping pattern is absolutely fucked. And that's not my fault. No, it isn't. But it's a thing I gotta deal with. So anyway, I'm gonna leave it at this, and, yeah. Talk to people later. Have a good one, and